Hey there, my fellow base defenders, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vault Builders. Episode 10, Enter the Bloody Pasture. We have a few more doors to hack through. This one's powered now, good. A few more doors to hack through. But we haven't really found any sleeping soldiers yet. Hopefully we find some soon. Mech cluster's gone. I got a few cracks and bruises, but like, in the scheme of things, not a big deal. And we also got, mortar barrels if we want to use mortars in the future. Which is pretty nice. Rod, you're up. Let's have you go through the doors. More empty pods, and a bio battery. I feel like whoever was managing this facility took all the cryptosleep soldiers and like stuffed them into the batteries or something grim. We've got a royal bedroom. I don't have a lot of gold, so like that might actually be nice to break down. More empty pods. Doesn't look like I'm adding much to my population here. But at least we found the power source. And there's some cabling to restore in order to open up more zones. Alright, Crimson, you're up. You're a better hacker than Rod is. Even though Rod sucks at construction, he can trial by error. I don't think we're getting a lot of anything off of this facility. This facility, I mean, unless there's something really nice hidden back here, but I think it's probably just like more of these utility tunnels. This one's a bit of a bust, it seems. A helmet. And whatever's behind this door. Probably not much. Not much. Peace talks with whom? Neobust? Consider it. This is not my base, no. This is just a ruin. Yep, I was right. Okay. We're done with this area. Except for this broadcast station. So once we hack this broadcast station, we'll bounce. I think what I'll probably do is return home rather than to tote Rod around some more. But if I'm not mistaken, there was no closed crypto sleeps. Let me go through all the caskets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there was no closed crypto sleeps, so we did not add anyone this run. Nose wins. We can pop open the hermetic crates and then deconstruct the royal bed for its gold, because I don't really have a good source of gold. Because gold is involved, of course, with... Oh, you know what? No, I should not have resolved. There is definitely cryptosleep caskets here. But it's too late to undo that prediction. I just realized that. Because symmetry being as it is, there should be 2 cryptosleep caskets right here. Buried behind collapsed rock. But the next vault is further southwest. Got it. It was empty anyway. Thank goodness, I guess. So considering we're heading home next, I don't really need to worry about not filling up the caravan. So I will fill up the caravan. We got some silver, some hyperweave, and then we'll bring all this stuff home. We have a mending station back home, right? Yes, we have mending. Well, I will definitely bring home the TV. Oh, a gold end table? Okay, that's gonna be a lot more gold than the bed. This will be like 150 gold. This will be like 25. Whoa, I guessed it! 150! I am omniscient! Alright, let's get home. Been a long time. I'm going to take the cloth because I would like to make billiards and poker table. Plastile's always nice. I wanted... Wow, okay. So I wanted 3 sim drives. I only got 1 more. Oh, never mind. It's a different subset. So we wanted the stabilizer, 1 more sim drive, point defense turret, another battery, flat screen TV, cooler, silver gold, recon helmet, charge rifle. I'll take a few components. I'm going to take 2 nanite containments and 2 of the super nanites. More of the small turrets, a bio battery tank. Maybe another suspender and vitals? Is there another vitals? There's not another vitals. Maybe I won't. I'll take a bunch of ancient lights. I know it seems weird, but it's so that I can illuminate my base guaranteed, even in a power shortage. And we did take the other cooler. Yeah, alright, this is good enough. I might have missed something nice, but, you know, whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's a lot of loot coming back home. Oh! Wait, I have 2 genome stabilizers. Oh, that's incredible. Now I really just need the removal thing. I think we have almost everything minus the mucus inducer and the removal. So those are the only 2 that I'm missing now. So the mucus inducer is exactly like the macro thermometer. It allows you to go past a certain power limit. So your power limits, the way it works is you're limited to 3 powers, and then the macro thermometer allows you to get a 4th power, and the mucus inducer allows a 5th power, and then the removal device, which allows you to remove weaknesses instead of adding superpowers. And the removal device is what we really want for Professor K, because he's not going to be able to move until we get a removal device going. We did brew up our first batch of beer, so I'm going to start to set up a scheduled drug priority with that being the case. So new drugs. Recreation drugs. Beer every 2 days if mood is below, let's say 50. And then we'll start brewing up the tea soon as well. Oh boy, we need to haul that. So the current priority is look for a way to cure Professor K. Pretty straightforward. Oh, let's also get our ancient battery. No sense in leaving it out here to get broken. With everyone home, it might be a good idea to pop open the Ancient Danger to mitigate whatever threat it might have in store for us as well. Only beer, no weed? Correct. Smoke leaf lowers your consciousness, which makes you work slower and less efficiently, and actually puts you at potential risk for death because of the lowered consciousness. If you have a brain injury on top of it, you could just die. So smoke leaf is a potentially fatal drug to take in RimWorld, whereas beer and tea, not so much, as long as you don't overdose. So I never ever use smoke leaf unless it's, I mean, for someone like Professor K who's like laying on the ground and can't move, it wouldn't be much of a threat to administer smoke leaf to keep him happy, because it's not like he's doing anything. But apart from that use, I never touch smoke leaf, as it's a really inefficient drug to use. But Rod, you are going to need another bedroom. There you go. Oh, I guess you had a bed. Never mind. Does Crimson? There we go. Wow, we are so wealthy, we just triggered the Arca Nexus quest. Oh, God. Wealth graph. Yup. Yup. It's a jumping. And now that we have tea going on too, let's hook that up. Psychite tea every day. If mood is below, let's say 70. Now that Rod's back, Rod, you are going to primarily just haul a lot of stuff. And Professor K, you don't work until you are not paralyzed. So don't even worry about it. Having a dedicated hauler is honestly not that bad. Alright, some other things I wanted to do to our laboratory. I'd like for it to be illuminated. And then the question I have for you guys is what to prioritize. Searching for a cure, expanding the vault, or yeah, improving defenses. One of those three tasks. So searching for a cure means vault hopping until we get a removal device for our lab. Expanding the vault means digging out more vault rooms and hooking them up. And then improving defenses would mean building vault walls. So we now have the ability to build vault walls with plasteel, uranium, and devil strand. Build vault doors with plasteel, uranium, and devil strand. Embrasures, same deal. Because one of the goals of this series is to actually build a vault from scratch. So given enough plasteel, devil strand, and uranium, we can do just that. Which can be one of the goals. Which is, you know, defenses and the like. We did just unlock a fabrication bench, which I'll probably end up building like here. Yep. Oh boy. Outlaws landing on top of me. Moxie, I wish you had a rifle. I should have switched that back earlier. Actually, you go through there. Crimson, you go this way. Sapo, you stay there. And Rod, you open up this path. Professor K, you stay right there, bud. So what I'm trying to do is lure them out to Rod, as Rod is a valid target. Getting them to mess with my automated defenses. If they try to kidnap anyone, I'm opening up the path of all the deadfall traps with Crimson, which is going to get them super murdered as well. Sorry, horses. You're a bit in the crosshairs. Hopefully the horses survive, but, like, you know, I can't do much about that. Alright, Moxie, you have a weapon. Let's come down. Sapo. They fell for my trap, and I can close the door behind them and negate their damage to the base. Oh, right, you're a conscientious objector. Yeah, just keep moving. Okay, they are fleeing. Although they don't look like they're fleeing. They look like they're still trying to kill my stuff. Well, guess what? Sapo's here. Ha ha ha. They're literally mining their way out of my base. Like, what the hell, man? I think at this point, the turrets are doing more damage to my horses than to the enemies, so I'm going to turn them off. Sapo wanted a good kill, so he's all about it. And then Moxie, you're bloodlust, so let's get you down here. Alright, horses. Definitely need some medical attention. I don't see any that are, like, gonna die, but that was a bit rough. So Crimson, start tending the horses. And this is going to be Moxie's best day ever. Because she gets to kill a lot of people. Alright, well that was messy, but like, luring them out into my pasture and putting them out to pasture worked pretty well. Alright, Azarun, I think you're bleeding the most. Sorry, horses, I know I'm freaking you out. Yeah, they did have a sniper rifle. They had a lot of weapons that are going to be protected. Oh, it's biocoded, never mind. Boo. Although, with that in mind, there is a way to clear biocoding with the Deserters mod. So, might not be too much of a problem that it's biocoded. Don't capture any of them? What for? Looks like searching for a cure is the highest priority, so we'll do just that. Oh, I didn't notice that one. One of the other reasons why I haven't been doing genetic experiments on Crimson is I would like to remove weaknesses as we improve Crimson So it's going to be important to get the removal dice for her as well. I did take a bio battery, but they're all... Oh, I see. Capture like that. Yeah, my battery, like, the bio battery wouldn't help me right now because my ancient battery is basically full, so there's nowhere to even put the power. I'm not even charging my ancient battery at the moment. So, search for a cure. For Professor K. Got it. Well, sounds like it's time for Crimson to go back out once she's awake. And I'm going to work drive her so she can hack through whatever is out there rapidly. So she's up. Let's get going. I'm going to leave Enthek behind. No, I'll take Enthek. Enthek will get cured of blood loss on the trip. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Where is my... I'm actually going to wait to unpack the horses because there's nowhere to, like... The horses are full of stuff. So the stuff that doesn't instantly decay, I'll drop manually, but everything else needs to come out. Before we get back out there. So it's gonna be a minute. Oh, but the flat screen TV is really nice. Unfortunately for me, there's a lot of stuff to move before you can go back out. Do I ever make a deserter statue? We don't have need of it yet. It's not, our expectations aren't high enough to require it. Looks like a lot of the horses are getting cleared. Good. And I have Sapo here trying to clean up all the slag, which is ruining the beauty of my already not so beautiful room. Pretty low on food on the NPM, but not to the point where I'm going to do anything about it just yet. I'll hunt the easy things to kill as the opportunity arises. That should be enough. Aerodrone. So, man, there's too many enemies for me to handle it. I yearn for the day where I can do those missions. Yeah, we did drop pod raid right on our heads. It was centered on a colonist, so it came down here. Which won't be an issue once we live in here, because drop pod raids can't land through Overhead Mountain. So eventually drop pod raids will be a bit negated due to the fact that we'll have Overhead Mountain coverage. And then orbital trade beacon raids will drop here, and then scattered raids aren't an issue because they're everywhere. One of the big advantages of living like that. Under a mountain. Ooh. Yep, now I was about to say, do some drugs, and then he grabbed a beer and tea. Oh, you dummy. Well, I guess that's one way to hunt, somewhat passively. Why does it look like Azrune has stuff on him? He has like a saddle, but it doesn't really make any sense. So I think the horses are all empty, meaning that Crimson is free to go about trying to find a retractor device. I probably don't need this many horses because it's not all that likely that I'm going to want to bring home a ton of stuff, but might as well have capacity for it. Now, another thing I could consider is, although I don't have the retractor device, I could empower Moxie and Sapo. The risks are that if I give them powers that I don't like, I can't get rid of, or I give them powers and weaknesses that I don't like, I can't remove their weaknesses. But we're pretty close to having a fully set up laboratory, so I'm going to assess what I'm missing and let you guys vote on whether I attempt for a for like a gene sequencing run or not. The other thing about the food, I'll hunt the buffalo. Oh, these are nanite containers. They should not go where I was going to put them. So once we're done hauling everything, I'll have you guys vote on whether I should try for powers for the siblings or not. We're getting close to that point, because things are almost hauled away. Crimson is very close to entering, and let's hope there's a way to remove weaknesses in this next vault. I've not had a lot of luck with that so far. Alright, Tater. You self-resurrect and are bulletproof. Oh, boy. You're very hungry and immature. Oh my god, yes, we're keeping you. Bloodlust fast walker who can't die and has bulletproof skin? Okay. Unnamed. I'm not going to bother with the prediction here, because, well, we're definitely keeping him. So, Crimson, where's your bed? Oh, first try. Let's get in this door. So there is a bit of a risk to Tater here. He could die if we don't get in soon enough, because he can't feed himself in there, right? He's, like, kind of stranded. So we need to get in there quick. But let's do a giveaway timer for Tater. There it is. And good luck. We have a new security guard. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of other skills other than he talks good. He walks fast and talks good. But you know what? That counts for a lot in my book. Having a sweet talker is not a bad thing, honestly. Go frenzy for Sapo. Hey, that works. Okay, we need meat. So I'm going to stop what I'm doing to hunt some buffalo. So you guys had voted that I do farming for my food requirements, but like Muffalo are really, really easy to hunt for their meat, so doing a quick little Muffalo hunting. Can you die in the Gene Machine? Yes. People that self-resurrect... Ooh, that's a good question. I think in the Gene Machine, he can't die, but like, if his body burns up, he's gone. Kind of like the way the vampires work. Where if there isn't like a body to resurrect, you're dead anyway. So we ought to be careful with him as a result. So the subject is practically like a zombie. When their bodily and mentally functions cease, their body enters a suspended animation. Over the course of 3 days, their body will recover from any grave wounds and forcibly resurrect with the majority of their wounds remaining. This pawn cannot die, and as long as their body exists, a few minutes after dying, the pawn will spring back to life with no wounds at all. So, yeah, I forget whether the Gene Machine is the ultimate death or not, but, like, regardless, that's a pretty powerful ability, if you ask me. Definitely got some cannon fodder. At the very least. I am slowly rolling out the ancient vault lights instead of my own, instead of the standard ones, so that they're EMP proof and solar flare proof. And yeah, he's starving to death. I did say that he was at huge risk of honestly straight dying if we don't get to him quick. Which I was not exaggerating. Except for he's like immortal, so like if he dies, kinda so what? Well, he'll just pop back awake anyway. Hungry, but awake. We should name him Fushi. Who gets that reference? Alright, this is my new bedroom. Sorry, dude. You're gonna have to wait for me to sleep, so I hope you don't, like, malnourished die while I'm doing my stuff. Fushi is a character from an anime who's, like, functionally immortal. And when he is born or whatever, he doesn't understand how to survive. So he's regularly starving to death and then resurrecting, not understanding that he has to nourish himself. He, like, doesn't get the whole, I have to eat to survive. So he just dies and then resurrects, like, for a while until he learns, oh, eating keeps me alive. Got it. And that character's name was Fushi. So, Mr. Unnamed over here is a bit like Fushi. It was a nice anime. Yeah, it was a really interesting anime. It was, For Your Eternity, I think? Or To Your Eternity. I would suggest. It was very compelling. And it did not follow a lot. I don't want to get into the whole discussion about anime, but a lot of anime have tropes that are kind of like played out. And To Your Eternity did not have a lot of tropes. Wow. We're naming the immortal dude Fun-Sized Killjoy. Oh my goodness. Killjoy. Let's make Fun-Sized one word. Fun-Sized Killjoy. Got it. Well, he's gonna storm the enemy bases and kill a lot of joy, I guess. But yeah, To Your Eternity, back to what I was saying. Yeah, it doesn't follow a lot of the anime tropes, meaning that, you know, it feels pretty fresh. It's definitely different. It's really weird. Really weird. In, like, kind of a good way. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vault Builders, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow vault builders.